What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. How's it going? Good to see you. Back at it again, making some more videos. I know I'm behind. I know I need to do this more often, but it's been a pretty crazy ride with the S2000. Let me just go ahead and get straight into the video and go ahead and tell you guys the S2000 got a paint job. It wasn't really supposed to happen like that. It was supposed to be a front bumper respray, and we are going to blend back the fenders, the hood, all that good stuff. So everything flew, would flow nice and fluid, nice and smooth, look great. However, the paint was not mixed correctly when we went to paint. And actually, me and my family member painted the car. He's got many years experience painting, and me, obviously, I have like next to none other than just little DIY projects. The car, honestly, it looks pretty awesome. It looks pretty awesome. It did not, like I said, it was not supposed to be a full-blown paint job. It was really just supposed to be the front bumper deal, blend, and just to fix kind of some of the cracks and stuff that happened on the bumper from taking it on and off like 10 times, trying to fit everything with the intercooler and all that good stuff. But you know what? It is what it is. Again, we tried to spray, some things didn't blend right, and it came down to it. You know what? The car's not that big anyway. We said, screw it. Let's just sand down the whole car. Let's just go through it and lay base and clear. You might as well. I mean, it is, again, like I said, when we got done painting the bumper, the hood, the fenders, and you're blending things back like almost to the door or into the door a little bit, how much of the car's actually left? You might as well just paint the damn thing. So that's what we did. You know what? I'm just going to show it to you guys. Boom. There she is. Again, guys, this is not a freaking SEMA paint job. This actually wasn't even sprayed in a booth. We sprayed it in the shop, wet the floors. He's got a like a 30-something by 40-something big old juicy shop. No flex or nothing like that, guys. The car looked really good in the past YouTube videos with the original paint. However, you see it in person. There's a lot of like road damage just from rock chips, all that stuff. Just wear and tear from driving the car. So now she's got a fresh coat of paint, fresh coat of clear. I think we put like 3 coats of clear on it, 3 or 4 coats, nice and thick. I wet sanded the whole freaking thing down with we started pretty heavy. I think we went in with like 1500. I wet sanded the whole car 1500, then went over it with 2000, then went over it with 2500 and 3000, because I really wanted to smooth it out as much as I could without being too abrasive and burning the clear. Just taking my time, guys, again, because I'm not a professional by any means. So finishing the paint out was pretty much left to me. And so the results that I have is honestly like a whole weekend's worth of wet sanding, Meguiar's 105 heavy cut compound, followed by the Meguiar's 205 polishing compound. And this is the paint as it sits with no freaking wax. So it's super shiny. Obviously, I had to let the paint cure. I think it was like 60 to 90 days is what they say if you're going to apply any kind of wax or sealer to a fresh paint job. So as of right now, if you look back in my videos, guys, this thing was not supposed to take that long. It was kind of like the bumper spray didn't go right, so then we had to paint the car. I had issues with the hood, so we had to sand the whole hood down and respray it. So there were some hiccups here and there that just took a little longer, and honestly, the whole paint job ended up taking me, it was like 2 months, I think. But again, that's working, in my free time when I get free time. That's, at the end of the day when I get off work and I get away from my family to get over here and do some sanding, do some all that crap, just get some work done on the car. So now that it is back together and done, it is probably, I don't know, I'm gonna give it probably another week to make sure it's fully cured, especially if I can get it out here in a good sunny day and let it sit out and just bake some more. I've washed it and stuff like that, obviously, and drove it, but other than that, I'm just kind of hanging out to do the sealer. I'm probably going to do a ceramic coat on it. If you guys got any good ceramic coats that you've had good experience with, drop in the comments below. That way maintenance is easier on it, and if you know me, I like to keep my car clean, so obviously anything to make that easier is always going to be better. That's not the whole video. So moving on to the next part of the video, just so I can kind of get some new content going. The S2000 is not done. You guys know how it is. The cars you build are never really done. I mean, I guess they kind of get done, but whatever. The S2000 is not done. It's never, probably ever going to be done. It's just going to keep changing forms of life. And obviously, the next things I want to do are like big stuff. Like I want to do the 8.8 swap for the rear end, or at least the R200 rear end, because obviously the diffs are weak in these things, and I really want to be able to send it on some radials because obviously the turbo setup. That I do have a part in the shop that I do want to do on the car, but I'm going to wait at a later date and do a video on that. So I picked up another project. This is the $500 CRV build I bought. We're doing paint correction on this thing. I've already done a majority of the car, so I don't really want to show you everything just yet, and I'm just going to kind of explain it as I go into it. This car is sat for like freaking I don't know. The lady, apparently they never washed it for like years. When I bought the car, it had like mold growing on it and moss. It was disgusting. So I brought the car home. I washed the whole thing with a pressure washer with Dawn soap to try to scrub off any kind of contaminants, pull anything out of the paint that I could to clean it up. Obviously strip any kind of wax, but there was, I mean, nothing to be had there. It was terrible. The thing was literally like a living creature of growth on the paint. Dull as dull could be. You could freaking write on it with chalk. It's terrible. The paint is just dull, and it feels like it's nasty. Nasty. I left some panels alone so I can show you guys first. We still got the top to do. I got to do the back door. I got to do this right quarter, which also has some body repair I'm going to try to do in this video, maybe just see how it goes. But anyways, let's just show you the paint, what we started with. Here's the back. So, like, look at this. This is dirt that's like matted in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff is like so dull and dirty. Listen to it. It sounds like chalkboard. It's disgusting. Even the metal on the paint. I'm sorry, that's plastic, so it's kind of bad. But look, the metal, it's really, really dull. There's no freaking shine hardly at all to this thing. It's bad. It's really bad. Literally, you could touch this paint with like dirty hands, and it would leave fingerprints, like your dirt would get stuck in the dirt on the car. So it was so bad. As far as the body work goes on this thing, this is the only dent in the car. And I'll be honest with you, it's not too terribly bad. There's a little crease right here, but it's not, I don't know. I'm saying it's not too bad, but it's probably going to turn into a nightmare once I start playing with it. But that's the only dent in the car. So this quarter panel has not been touched. The camera, again, as always, never does it justice. You can't really see how like shitty it is, but it's rough, guys. It's really rough. Your nails on it. Yeah. So anyways, I've already done some of the other ones. So here's the other quarter panel that I did polish up, and this whole side of the car. So as you can see, look at that. You can see the freaking rocks. You can see my driveway trim stuff, and this stuff is no noise. Silky smooth, guys. And there's no wax on this or anything. It's just silky to the touch, smooth as hell. So trying to get some better views of it. There's the hood. I did the hood, but I only made one pass on it. I'm probably gonna go back and hit it again. And guys, all I'm doing on this is using a dual action polisher and the heavy cut Meguiar's. So what I had been doing was claying it first. So I've got the Meguiar's clay kit, and I know if you're going to be like super technical and try to do it right, you need to clay first and then cut and all that. This is not a show car. I really don't care that much. I was claying every panel before just because it made the cutting process a little easier with the Meguiar's, wherever my compounds are, with the 105 205, which, if you guys know, this stuff is the freaking bomb. Works awesome. It is a little pricey, but it's cheaper than the 3M, and honestly, to me, it works just as good. The only bad thing is it's a little more dusty. It likes to dry and make a little more of a mess, but it is cheaper. It cuts, to me, just as, in my opinion, cuts just as good. So I started skipping the claying on some of the panels, and I just went straight for the freaking 105 on a heavy cut compound pad, which is probably laying around here somewhere. I don't know, I was jacking all this stuff before camera. There it is, with the Griot's heavy pad, which I've used the hell out of this thing on the S2000, on this car, some other stuff I was working on. So it's a little rough looking, but the pad's still holding up. And it takes a little bit longer, but your trade out time for claying the car versus just jumping right into the cutting, it's still faster. So I've just been cutting with the 105. Honestly, just a good slow pass over the panel, one good slow pass. Then wiping the panel down, spraying it down with alcohol water mixture, and then coming back over it with that 205 polish, man, and it just freaking comes alive. It really looks like, not new paint obviously, but damn, it looks so much better. So we got some other panels. I'll post this up on the tripod here so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Again, I'm not a professional. I love detailing. I really, really do like to detail. And you know, I definitely know my way around the detailing stuff. I've got like my whole detailing cart here, and I try to keep all my stuff as organized as I can, which obviously you know how that goes whenever you're always in it, using it, stuff like that. But I do enjoy detailing, so doing this car is kind of fun. And then after doing like the whole car for days, not even days, I mean for hours on the car, it's just not so fun anymore. So I'm trying to get it done, get out of the way so we can get on to the fun stuff, because I want to do the plastics, I want to restore the plastic. There's so many things that I can do on this car that literally cost next to nothing and would make just massive, massive improvements for Marie, the CR-V. So I'm gonna go ahead and post this thing up. Let's get the polish out and let's get to cutting some stuff. All right, guys, so as you can see, she is way, way more shinier. The camera will focus. It's kind of hard to see because it's so freaking bright out here. But it is shiny and smooth to the touch. And you saw how I just took it slowly. Oh, there you go. You can see, what is this? You can see reflection in there and stuff. It's shiny, guys. It looks way freaking better. Nice and smooth feeling. Feels like glass. Feels like good, clean car paint. Really, really clean car paint. Again, that's with that heavy cut compound pad and the Meguiar's 105. I know. I'm getting crap in here and I'm getting it on the bumper. Again, I really don't care. This is not a Ferrari. This is not even the S2000. This is just my $500 DIY hoopty project. So honestly, as soon as I get done, because I have some other panels to do, I'm just gonna get my pressure washer out, pressure wash everything out of it so I get all that old compound off before it dries and it gets too hard to get off. But other than that, guys, that's the process. And then I've been following up with the Meguiar's 205, which is obviously in the shop. So you just do that. I'm cutting with that on the first pass, and then I come back with the 205 here, which this stuff's awesome too. Really, really awesome. It takes out some of the micro scratches that the 105 leaves because there's such a heavy cut compound to get all the crap out and swirls and scratches and stuff like that. This is more like a swirl removing compound slash, you know, small scratches, little marring, stuff like that. Basically just to clean up after what that heavy duty 105 be doing. And then I come in, you can use different pads. I've got this one here, it's like a microfiber terry cloth, whatever pad, which works really good. That's a Griot's pad. And then I also have, what was it? This blue pad. And it does pretty good. It gets so full of compound fairly quickly, and then it's pretty much ineffective. So that's why I like this thing. I know I can blow that one out, but I don't know. And this one's a little more forgiving. You can really just lay on it with this thing, and the odds of you burning the paint with this, even with a heavy ass compound, is probably, you'd have to be ignorant with it. So some of you might want to know kind of like the polisher I'm using. It's the Bauer. Yeah, boys, it's the Bauer. This is the freaking Harbor Freight. Get this up here. The Harbor Freight Bauer polisher. So you're going to kind of get like a little quick review anyways in the video. This thing I paid with a coupon, I think it was like 60 bucks, something like that. Or no, it was 50. I'm sorry, it's 50. It's like regularly like $79. I had 20 bucks off or some crap. This thing is awesome, dude. For the money, it's hard to beat. I will say I've used higher end polishers like DeWalt or the Milwaukee, like the long throws. Obviously those are way better, and that's not a dual action polisher, so it doesn't vibrate as much, it doesn't wear you out. This thing it does great for small jobs, or if you're just gonna like do a car here and there, you know. But for a dude that's gonna be detailing like several cars a week or something like that, you're gonna want to buy something definitely better. But for what I do, it's perfect. So now you kind of see what I'm trying to get done on it. I've got the top to do. I've still got some of the little stuff to do, which sucks. You know, the little pillars and stuff like that, which I have this here for, which is this is a Blue Point one. It's a little pad. It's air for my air compressor over there. You just hook it up, put your compound on here. Obviously this is all crooked, but you stick it on there, do your thing. So it works really good for the little stuff. Let me go ahead and finish that up, and then I'll show you guys where we're at.